Hello everyone, and welcome back to Let's Play 6 Days of Sacrifice. In the last episode, we assumed the role of Theo Dakabi, a council inspector, who has been sent to the new hit fad religion's headquarters, ophthalmology, to make sure that their building permits and everything was up to code and everything else. And was then proceeded to be pushed down an elevator shaft into a laboratory complex, where he and two other prisoners are being held against their will by a cult member of the Order of Blessed Agonies, and now they're trying to find a way out of this place. Of course, they were helped by a mysterious man in a torn red robe, and there appears to be a guard that looks like the famous cat burglar Trilby assisting the cultist. But that doesn't make sense, especially with what we've learned over the series, isn't it? So it is the start of day 2, and so now we're going to move onward. Hold on. Let's look at the locker. There's a weird kind of locking mechanism I've never seen on it before. Alright, well, can we open it? Nope. Almost like something's holding it shut from inside. That's weird. Alright, let's move on. The time lock must still be active. So let's go this way. Hello? Who are you? I'm not gonna hurt you. Is your mother around? Or your father? My God. Your eyes. What happened to your eyes? Jesus. Ooh, wasn't that a spooky nightmare? Oh good, you're up. We can discuss the plan. Plan? The door has now been unlocked. Our next move will be to take Caning hostage. Again? If at first you don't succeed. His door is being guarded by the Trilby guard. It will be your first task to distract him. Why me? The threat of physical violence must be made to get Caning under control. You obviously can't make this threat, so it has to be me. All you have to do is lure the guard away from the main corridor, giving me the chance to slip in. How will you know when the coast is clear? Do you have a cell phone? Of course. Take my number. You can't reach the outside world, but we should be able to make calls within the complex. Call when you have achieved your objective, or if there are points you wish to discuss. Okay. I'll give you Janine's number too. I'm sure you still have many questions for us both. Alright, so now we can talk to people from a distance away with our phone. So let's go ahead and talk with her real quick. Dr. Hardy? Yes, Mr. Dakabi? Tell me about the extent of my injuries. Your neck broke on impact. If I hadn't gotten you into a brace before you regained consciousness, and if you had tried to move, you would be dead. You landed on your left side, so your left elbow and humerus are shattered, as is your left kneecap. Oh God. There's also a hairline fracture in your skull. No more, please. I get the picture. Hey, you asked. What kind of work were you doing for the Order? I told you, I'm not prepared to reveal that. I doubt I will change my mind anytime soon. At least tell me what kind of scientist you are. I told you, it would probably go over your head. Try me. Okay. I'm a biochemist. I was recruited straight out of university by a medical research company. But I was let go after a couple of years. Why? A difference of opinion. I believe a scientist has to be morally flexible in the name of progress. The company ethics committee didn't agree. Please don't ask me to give any further details. Okay, so Why are you being so secretive? We might not even get out of this situation alive. Then, I guess I'm more of an optimist than you. Personally, I'm in no hurry to die or take part in whatever the Order have planned for us. And when I escape, I'd rather the specter of this place did not follow me. Who do you think the man in red is? I honestly have no idea. Until his intervention yesterday, I'd never seen him before today. Or before. He seems to be on our side, don't you think? So it appeared. But I'd consider it unwise to trust him implicitly. Perhaps his interests only temporarily coincide with ours. Okay, well, where's Janine? I believe she went into the kitchen. Alright. Well, I'm worried about Janine. Why? She said she was too afraid to come out and help us. I agree, it's strange. She seemed to have rather indomitable spunk when we were in the cell. All I can think of is that this place is starting to get to her. Isolation and imprisonment can do strange things to a person. I think I understand. Alright, well, talk to you later. Very well. And I see a book. Cultist nighttime reading, possibly. Well, let's take that book. Adding it to the journal. Twice did the 28th day of the 7th month pass, and the prince gazed with great concern upon the land of technology, as the carving of the slave passed through the hands of a great many ignorant men of technology. But the king would not let him take his vengeance. For he said, "The guide seeks the carving of the slave, and it is through his desire he shall fulfill his destiny. It will not be long before the guide learns that his duty has not yet been completed, and then he shall do as I have foreseen." And as the king said it, so it was so. For the bridge-keeper did touch one of the ignorant men, and by their own conjoined hands was the thief-wife thrown down, and truly did she know the name of the king. And with this act, the guide said, I see you, no, bridge-keeper. I have found you, and I have not forgotten." And he came to the tree that was the prince's soul, and for it was there that the carving of the slave had been brought. Very occulty stuff. I believe this is where the kitchen was. Oh hey, there's Janine. I'm pretty sure it's Janine Orwazowski. Okay. The magazine journalist. Janine? Yes? Will you be helping us take Caning hostage? I'm sorry, I can't. I don't think I could face him. I can't even bear being in the same room. Why? I don't know. It's like the fear comes out of nowhere, like a punch in the stomach. Who are you so afraid of, Janine? Him! The one who's out there. I don't want to talk about it. So, you were the one who sent the tip? Yeah. A week ago when I found this place, I sent the tip straight to the police. Minutes later, they caught me and threw me in the cell. I was expecting them to send a SWAT team or something. No offense. Real life doesn't work like that. They can't send the guns in just because an anonymous person says an unregistered basement extension. Sending a building inspector was pretty much all that could have been done, legally. I guess you can blame me for getting you in this mess, huh? I'm really sorry. You weren't the one who pushed me down an elevator shaft. Tell me about Trilby. The character? Well, he was the main character in a bunch of horror movie serials which were based on a series of novels from the early 21st century. But someone sent me some rare old newspapers and they suggest Trilby was a real person. Really? He was a cat burglar, the original master thief. Finally arrested around the mid-1900s. 1990s. The story goes that he joined some secret government agency, and they encouraged the novelist to fictionalize Trilby so that people would eventually forget he was ever real. And I'll tell you something else. There was a photograph in the newspaper. That guy out there, Kaning's guard, looks exactly like the real Trilby. You think he could be the same guy? Of course not. He'd be over 200 years old by now. But the resemblance is really creepy. Okay. What do you make of Dr. Hardy? I probably don't know much more than you do. She was already in the cell when they threw me in there. And yes, I've asked her many times what kind of work she was doing for the cult. And no, she wouldn't tell me either. If you want to find out more, you'll have to get it from the horse's mouth. Do you think it's alright to trust her? She's got no more love for the cult than us. I mean, if she's secretly still working for them, then she's the most convincing actress in the world. Alright, well, I had such a horrible nightmare. Better get used to it. There's something about this place. Something in the air, maybe. But I haven't slept well since day one. There was this little kid and a welding mask. Welding mask? I've had dreams about those too. How can we both be dreaming about welding mask? Psychic powers? Be serious. My granny always used to say I was a little bit sensitive. Sure. Alright, that's all I wanted. Okay. Alright, I see a note on this refrigerator. Let's look at it. Looks like a page from some kind of holy book. Well, we're gonna take it. Book of Prayer 2:7. The body is the physical form. It is the sum of what time has made it to be, and so it is of the past. The mind is sharp and logical. It concerns itself with the here and now, and so it is of the present. The soul is love and hope. It is the dreams of what is to come, and so it is of the future. Body, mind, and soul, past, present, and future. We give thanks for them all in the name of the King. Interesting. That kind of aligns with the series of games. So let's look at this symbol. 4 triangles forming a star contained in a circle. I saw the symbol in Kaning's office. Could it be a symbol of the order? It's just paint. At least I hope so. Alright. So we've done what we can. And what we need to do... Oh wait, the locker. Let's see if the locker's open. Oh, okay, there was something on it. Instructions for opening the locker. You only have to ask. It won't open. Okay. Well, I know this easy. We only have to ask it to open. Right? Yes! Haha! I see a key card. It's an object like cash card with a magnetic strip. Let's look at the clothes. I guess these are the civilian clothes belonging to one of the cultists. It's a magnetic stripe with the word hub printed on it. Interesting. Alright. So, we need to distract the guard. Oh, I got turned around. Alright. That's our main task. I believe I know what to do. We want to take him into this door right here. I see spectacles. These are my glasses. They must have been left here when I was pulled out of the elevator shaft. Can I grab them? it safe to? One of the lenses is smashed, the other is curved out of shape. I'll take the intact one and discard the rest. And quickly run away! Haha, I did it. Wait! What the hell is that? Oh no! It's the tall man again. Quick, look away, Theo! The hotel. Oh God! Let me out! Well, there's blood on the floor now. It's a massive splatter of blood left behind, no doubt, when the guard was torn up by that tall man. He's not going to touch the blood. Yeah, so that's how we get rid of the guard. What the hell was that? It seems like the area has changed quite a bit. But now we've got the door open. So we're going to call... Oh, who should I call? My office, the police. Well, we already know we can't reach those, so we're going to call Samantha. Dr. Hardy? Yes, Mr. Dakabi? Go ahead. I saw some kind of monster. Calm down. What did you see? He was like a man, but so tall and thin, like a stick man. His face was just white, and there was blood everywhere. Pull yourself together, Mr. Dakabi. But the monster! Whatever you think you saw, it's gone now. You're safe. I wish I could believe you. I got the guard away from the door. You're sure? Excellent. Meet me outside the office door. Ready? As I'll ever be. Let's do this then. Dr. Hardy? Yes? The guard's dead. He's dead because of me. You killed him? I led him to a monster. It tore him to shreds. It couldn't have been helped. A man died because of my actions. You must not agonize over every little thing. If you did, you'd go insane. You call it little? No, of course not. We're wasting time. Come on. There's a reason why she's acting the way she does. Again, Dr. Hardy? Aren't you tired of this yet? Your pet guard won't be able to help you this time, Caning. My pet? I would say he was much as yours as mine, wouldn't you? Shut up! Has she told you the work she was doing for us, sir? I said shut up. Get moving. And no funny business, or you get a bullet in the leg to help you along. Go on. N. Okay, Canning. You're completely at our mercy, and you're going to tell us exactly what we want to know. Understand? First and foremost, how do we call the elevator? You don't. The one in the main corridor can only be called from an upper floor by a high-ranking acolyte. Looks like we have to get used to each other, my dear. There's got to be another way up. Oh, there is. It's in the hub. But you'll never get past the security locks to open the blast doors. We will, because you're going to tell us how. Oh, this is laughable. You're trying so hard to do it like they do in the action movies, aren't you? What are you going to do? Torture me? You really think I, an acolyte of the Order of Blessed Agonies, would be scared of pain? I've done to myself far worse things than you can dream up. So what now? Now we have to open the hub security door. I'm sure we'll figure something out. Feel free to question the prisoner. I'm sure you could benefit from his knowledge. You don't trust her. She saved my life. And yet, you don't trust her. You wonder what it is she's hiding, do you not? Quiet. You understand so little. Alright, let's go ahead and just talk to him. So, what's the deal with this cult? The deal? The deal is that the Order of Blessed Agonies has existed for centuries. We believe in the true way to purification. Purification through suffering. We practice the blessed agonies of the mind, body, and soul to wash ourselves of sin. And one day what? Nothing. You've got some big agenda, haven't you? That's what this is all about? You're gonna take over the world? Like some Saturday morning cartoon villain? I said nothing. Tell me about these blessed agonies. Why? Thinking of applying? Just tell me. I don't see why not. For an individual to be fully purified, all three aspects of themselves must experience blessed agony. The agony of the body, physical pain, beating, burning, and cutting. The agonies of the mind, boredom, fear, and insanity. And the agony of the soul, which is more refined. It's about destroying someone or something the subject loves utterly, relies upon emotionally. And you do this all to yourself again and again? The agony of the soul can only be experienced once. But apart from that, you are correct. This is insane. To you, maybe. But do you know the same peace as I? The same utter contentment that comes with the knowledge that you are of absolute purity? I don't want to talk about this anymore. Why are we being held here? Surely that should be obvious. You are held here to protect the secret that this complex exists. Then why didn't you just kill us? I would have done, had I received the order, but I did not. Then what do you want from us? My superiors know. In time, they will let me know too. What work was Dr. Hardy doing for you? Why don't you ask her? She won't tell me. And you think I would? Oh no, young man. This is something you have to see for yourself. I'd hate to spoil the surprise. Who is the tall man in black? The one with the white mask? Ah, I see you've met the prince. You should consider yourself lucky. That thing is the prince? What the hell is he? I'm not inclined to spilling the secrets of the order to an outsider. Even if I were, very few acolytes are privy to the secrets known by the prince. And even the highest-ranking members know only slightly more than I. Do you know who the man in the red is? Who? A completely bald man in a red robe. Kind of like your red robes, but all torn up. Is he one of your people? I'm afraid I have no idea who you're talking about. All the acolytes of Chay take very good care of their robes. Looks like you failed, old man. We're loose and you're locked up. I wouldn't count your chickens if I were you. There are many more to take my place. I hate to break it to you, but your guard's dead. Really? Doesn't that bother you? Should it? Do you even understand the situation? Of course. I don't think you do, though. Why? If you did, you'd know that my guard's condition may not be as permanent as you believe. Can't you see that your order has abandoned you? This complex is completely evacuated. And the building on the surface is too. Rubbish. This facility was too expensive to simply abandon as soon as work was complete. My brethren will return. I've got nothing more to say right now. Alright then. So we learned a little bit more about the Order, and that something even more twisted and weird is going on in the background. Well, I also see a memo, so let's look at it. Looks like a handwritten memo held in place with tape. I'll add it to my journal. Canning. Ensure that the prisoners remain sealed in this holding cell for at least 6 days. After this, it will no longer matter. Do not fail, Canning. This is your chance to redeem yourself for the crime of allowing the I can't pronounce her last name. Orzechowski woman to explore the complex unsupervised. So maybe she was an unexpected visitor. But if she was unexpected, who was expected? Alright, so let's go into the office. Alright. Well, there's that circle again. I see some documents. Let's see what they are all about as we truffle shuffle our way there. It's a thick stack of useless accounting reports. I'm not even sure why I picked it up. Wait, the staple may come in handy. I'll pry it out and throw the document away. Alright. Well, what about this filing cabinet? It's kind of small. Obviously the cult isn't big on paperwork. This paper looks interesting. I'll add it to my journal. We live in the universe of technology, or the scientific realm, where magic is very sparse. Our shadow is the universe of magic, or ethereal realm, where magic and magical creatures are abundant. In olden times, it was easier for entities to travel between the realms, hence the old stories of fantastic creatures. The druid Kabadath of circa 55 BC created a bridging portal quite easily, using a comparatively simple ritual. Since then, however, the background level of magic in the scientific realm has faded, and a ritual much larger in scope is required to transport any entity from one realm to the other. The ritual calls for the creation and sacrifice of a bridge, a living creature with ties to both realms, usually an entity born in the scientific realm, but later having their aspects imbued with magic. When all three of the bridge's aspects, body, mind, and soul, are annihilated in conjunction, echoes of the weakness ripple through the membrane between the realms, and a portal can be opened. Exactly how long the portal remains open depends on the puissance of the bridge. Well, that's interesting. This notepad. The top pages are torn off, but judging by the indentations, someone wrote down a series of numbers I can't quite make out. Well, can I take it? I've got no use for a blank notepad. Well, what about this computer? Looks like it's part of the internal network. Looks like Canning left some kind of environmental control program open. Level 1 security released. This function is not available from this terminal. What about 3? Okay, no. So we can release security 1 from here. That's cool. Well, I guess we're done here. There's still a camera. Eyes. Looks like whoever ran this place didn't entirely trust who used this office. Okay, so if it's not obvious, we need to see what was written on that notepad. And there was a security camera. So we need to go to the security office and find out. Which would be this one right here. And I believe when we released the level 1 security, it opened up this room for us. Hey, look, there's a barrel. It's a barrel of something. It smells like petrol. What about this door over here? It won't open. There's a high security lock requiring clearance. A fuse box? This place must have its own generator. The technology is really antiquated. I cannot pronounce that word. Better not mess with electronics without a good reason. It could be dangerous. Alright. So, let's look at the monitor. There's a security monitor, but it's showing nothing but snow. It's a touchscreen control panel, probably for the monitoring system. Alright, well, let's go ahead and do that. Change camera. Camera 1. Okay, that's a hallway. Camera 2. That is, I believe, the bunk room. Change camera. What is this? Large glass tube standing in a row against a wall. I can't make heads or tails of it. Suspicious. Camera 4. Ah, it's the office. That's Koenig's office. I've recognized the layout of things on his desk. And, well, what we're pretty much going to do is we're going to figure out the code. But we'll have to do that later, because we've reached the end of the episode, people. Hope you're having fun, and I hope to see you in the next episode. Bye-bye for now.